Hi everybody, Natasha, Koch here with the Van City Home team, and today on our Tuesday tips we're going to talk about the 10 tips for hosting an open house that will impress buyers. Stay tuned. There are very few words that get home buyers more excited than these two words: open house. An open house is an opportunity for buyers to try out your house. They get to wiggle the light switches, admire the crown molding, and awkwardly use the bathroom. And in fact, savvy buyers actually do ask to use your bathroom because they want to test the water pressure. They want to see how things flush. And so I'm going to give you some tricks to make sure that your open house is a massive hit. Tip number 1, time it right. Timing is everything in this world, people. So if your agent wants to host an open house for you, typically they will do so from the hours of 11 till 5 on Saturdays and Sundays, when buyers are actually flexible. They probably have finished their jobs for the week and you want to maximize the foot traffic. Avoid having your open house on holiday weekends, big community events like marathons, or unofficial holidays like the Super Bowl. Not a good time to do open houses. Tip number 2, let your agent take the lead. In your own personal open house show, your real estate agent has 2 roles. To you, they're the director, giving you instructions on how to prepare for the open house that day and what to do during the event. And to the buyers, the agent is the host of the show. And so they will welcome the viewers, introduce your home's impressive features, and take questions from the audience. Your job is to make sure that your house looks like $1 million or $3 million, whatever your market will dictate, and depending on your price range. The job of your agent is to be the expert on your local real estate market and make sure that buyers tick and take care of the rest. Tip number 3, try some simple staging. You want your house to look its best while it's on the market, especially during an open house. Many agents will tell you that it's the best day to stage it is on the open house day. So depending on what your agent recommends, staging may involve renting some furniture or a little bit of extra decor for those certain rooms in your home that maybe you don't even use that often. And there are some staging tricks that most agents know that will make it look amazing on the day of the open house. Consider one thing that I love to do, which is display a bouquet of fresh flowers. They smell amazing. They won't offend anybody that has allergies, and you can put that right in the entry table so that it allows people to walk in freely and be welcomed into your home. Tip number 4, clean, clean, clean. Clean like crazy. When your home is on the market, you need to keep it in showing shape, not only for the open house, but also scheduled showings with buyers. Even though you have already hopefully cleaned and organized your home for the listing photos, there's a good chance that you've left some clutter or dust piles have added up again, or children, pets. These are daily things. So make sure the appliances, windows, mirrors are fingerprint free, and clean and organize your closets. They're very tempting to throw stuff in, but buyers also want to see the inside of the ability to store their own things in there. So cabinets under the sink. During the open house, buyers will be very nosy. They even look in your refrigerator. So make sure that you clean, clean, clean. Tip number 5, do a smell check. If a buyer gets a whiff of something funky, they're going to run, not walk out of your open house. So a week prior to the open house, ask someone to come in and do a smell check, because often we actually don't notice the smells. I have a dog-friendly house, and let me tell you, you become accustomed to the smell of your dog, and not all people will feel the same way. So if your house has an aroma, make sure you clean your carpets, relocate that litter box for your cat, and take some necessary steps to make sure that it smells amazing. The kitchen drains are clean. Put some baking soda in there. There's lots of little handy tricks. You can YouTube them. Just make sure that your house smells amazing. Tip number 6, put away your pictures and valuables. You heard me say this before. If you're concerned about going out for your open house because of your valuables, there's an easy way to solve that problem. put them away, and put away your personal pictures. I know that they're lovely and they mean a lot of sentiment to you, but the truth is that buyers want to be able to see themselves in there, and so looking at your personal family photos on the wall will get them distracted at the very least, and maybe each other, and that could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. Tip number 7, let the light shine in. If it's not a bright space, even more so. And when it comes to making a room or a place feel larger, light is the best way to do that. So open your blinds and let the natural light shine in. If you remember before, you've cleaned like crazy, so your windows must look amazing. And so let the buyers see it in its natural light. Tip number 8, give your house some extra curb appeal. Buyers will judge your house based on the outside, so don't forget about the outside of your house, especially if you're selling during a time that is, well, not the time that you would be out there getting it ready. So any last minute improvements, turn up your curb appeal by pruning any of those trees, trimming any of those shrubs, touching up the porch, paint the little bit of paint fixtures along the trim. Okay, we're nearing the end. Tip number 9, draw attention to the home's best features. You know what they are because they're the reason that you bought the house in the first place. So after your agent signs in and welcomes your buyers, we as a team actually like to do something called a cheat sheet. So I create kind of a love list is what I call it when I go through the property during a listing appointment, and I write down everything that I love about the house. And so you want to draw attention to those things that you loved about the house and share those with your agent. Maybe it had new hardwood floors, or it had a gas fireplace, or its close proximity to, the school and in a family neighborhood. Whatever it is, your best features, these are the things that you want on the open house day to be showcased. Last but not least, tip number 10, serve refreshments. People will go a million miles for a donut, and so I actually do freshly baked cookies for all my open houses. I bake most of them at home, and then I do the last batch in the actual house if I'm permitted to do so. And it's one of the oldest tricks in the book, but it works. People come in, they feel warm and cozy with the smell of fresh baking. They feel welcomed to be able to have something offered to them. If you want to have, depending on the time of year that you're having the open house, you can have a hot drink if it's cold outside, or some cool, refreshment to go along with the cookies. And everybody likes to have a sweet treat. It makes you feel good. And let me tell you, you're not just selling the property. Well, actually, you're not selling the property at all. It sells itself. You're selling the feeling that people get when they're at the property. So serving refreshments definitely help. So you've done it. You've done all the 10 tips on getting your open house ready and making sure that it's a success. Make sure your agent is giving you feedback, so that way if you do need to have open houses in the future, you can improve on those items or add any new ones that I didn't even mention here for your next open house. Happy selling. It's a great time to sell in the market these days. I'm Natasha, Koch with the Van City Home Team. This is my Tuesday tips. And if you need to know how to sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time, please reach out to us. Subscribe below for any other sellers and buyer tips, and have an amazing week.